company in Vienna called Supersense. Apparently they have a store, Supersense, and they have put together a brand new camera. It's limited. I think it's 500 units.
Pieces.
It's called a
66/6
pinhole instant camera. And Leslie is here to talk about, not only talk about, but Dr. Capps was kind enough to send us one on loan. We sent it right over to Imagine That in Findlay, Ohio. So Leslie, not only from what she's read about it, you got to actually shoot with it.
Yes, I did.
What's the
I think probably the first thing, what's up with the name?
666?
Oh, yeah. 66 years
Yes.
since Dr. Edwin Land introduced instant photography, and 6 years since the last factory was closed. So, okay, it makes sense now. It's not,
66.6.
Damien, what's his face from The Omen or anything like that.
Right.
Camera of the
But
Beast.
Anyway, it was designed by Florian Capps and Akeem Hine, and there are 500 models of this available. Each one does come serial numbered, pretty sweet. And I thought, you know what? I love pinhole. Mm-hmm. I love wide angles. I love instant photography. This is never going to go back to them. I just knew it was going to be a problem. The first thing I have to say about it, it is built exceptionally well. It has a collapsible bellows on it, and as you collapse it, you're choosing different wide angles. All the way back is extremely wide. Popped all the way out, still wide, but a little bit closer to normal. So you've got that rubber bellows in there. On the very front, you have a 3-position turret-style lens. Mm-hmm. So you've got tiny, tiny pinhole and a not-so-tiny pinhole in a closed position. And then the whole thing is built on top of the Impossible Project's FPU, the film processing unit.
Oh.
Now, I have not used this in any type of photography before, the unit. I had a suspicion when I opened the box, since it came with a charger, something had to be charged. That unit did. You could still shoot with it. It's a pinhole camera. Mm-hmm. But to get the print out or even the cover out, it's got to be charged up. Yes. Yeah. Very smart USB charger. So that it doesn't matter where they send it to. If you've got something USB, you can charge the puppy up. Mm-hmm. And I shot maybe 4 boxes of film out, threw it over a couple weeks. Never had to recharge it again.
Oh, that's good.
It has no, I didn't hear any difference of it coming out, so I didn't get any indication that it was getting weaker. So, all that being said, there's some things you have to do before you even use it, to prepare for this.
Some rituals, if it were, for the 6.
Well, exactly.
You need a virgin.
First, I had to... Jeez.
Nice.
Well, I had to get Rosemary's Baby. She is grown up now. Anyway, they have a nice little quick cheat sheet on the inside.
Oh, good. That
you download an app called Pocket Light Meter from No Waste Studios, NUWAST. It is 99 cents, very minimal. And the only thing I'm not fond about with the whole camera is how much it made me rely on my smartphone.
For what?
Everything.
Oh.
Okay, first I need that app. Because that app
allows you need the app.
Yes, the Pocket Light Meter allows you to put in an ASA of 640, an f-stop of 57, and then use that to read your timeout. Then once you read your timeout, you go to a little label on the back of the camera. Mm-hmm. You choose your lens and your bellows compression, and you apply the time on the camera or on your cell phone. Your smell phone. On your cell phone that, and there's various. It could be maybe times 10 or times 84. So some of those exposures can get pretty long. Okay, I'm out in the cold, I'm freezing. I'm going to use my cell phone here to do my math. Great. Ooh, this is going to be 32 seconds. Let's just use the timer on the phone. I get 32. Count them off 32. So at least having your smartphone with you really eliminates a couple pieces of equipment. But besides that, I would recommend a tripod. I would recommend plenty of film. And I would also recommend starting off with the black and white version, because it's about a 10-minute process time compared to the color, which is roughly 30.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get over 30 seconds with impossible film, you've got reciprocity to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of want to see your results if you like the view, if you need to adjust and take another picture.
Can you just quickly explain what exactly is reciprocity for folks who don't know?
It is, film is made to photograph accurately at what we consider normal camera speeds.
Okay.
When you go to longer camera speeds, it doesn't automatically equate to that same time. 1 minute may now really take 2 minutes to get that correct exposure. So with the longer times, you need longer exposures. They call it reciprocity failure.
Oh, boy. If you Google it, I'm sure you get a Wikipedia
Absolutely.
page.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Google.
Some films are very predictable, like Kodak. I do 2.5 times over what it says, that kind of thing. But
Some films are awesome and have almost no reciprocity failure.
Chris 100.
Yepper.
Yeah.
Geeks.
So anyway, I'm doing all this. I'm going out, I'm watching the light. I run out. I shoot some stuff. I get my calculator out, my stopwatch, my app. I'm doing this, doing that. And I wasn't really getting along very well with this camera. Everything kind of was just all over, and I was kind of bummed about it. And I'm blowing through film, and I'm thinking, I don't have a thing to show yet. Finally, it's about the time we'd committed to getting the camera back to them. Really overcast day. November was in Ohio, very overcast.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. The light is the same everywhere. So it's kind of like anytime you're testing something, keep all of your variables the same except for one and only change that. So I chose only one lens opening, only one compression on the bellows, and out I went. And I thought, forget the smartphone. This is pinhole, girl. You've done pinhole.
Use the force.
Use the force and use the brain. And I thought, yeah, looks like 5 seconds. Timed it for 5 seconds. A little too much. Shot everything else on 4 seconds that day. I had a blast. Finally, when I just chilled out a little bit with it, it was great. Now, I have written a blog for FPP on this, and the title of it is Dirty Harry and the Supersense 666.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Nice. Why?
Why?
Does Clint Eastwood own one of these?
He doesn't,
Okay.
but he kept talking to me the whole time. There's a few things that I... Oh, great, now we know. Hey, move over, you're crowding Clint Eastwood.
What did he say?
He kept saying to me,
Go ahead. Make my day.
there's no counter on this camera. So when you put it away for a few days and you go back out again, he's going,
Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But Ian, this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Ian, this is the 666 pinhole, the newest instant camera in the world. I had to ask myself, do I feel lucky? And I thought, yeah, I do feel lucky because I've got to test this camera. But you think you go through all of this setup, you did it, you get it covered, you shoot it. Crap, I'm out
And
of
then nothing
film.
comes out,
and
yeah.
then he's back in my head again. Did I shoot? I shot 8. Okay.
That's so awesome.
But
because
the whole time he's just talking to, did I shoot 7 frames or did I shoot 8? So I'm going to assume it hasn't been that long that there's probably some of these left. But if you are interested in pinhole and instant and these super wides, and what I predict will probably be quite a collectible camera, there are only 500.
Definitely.
Hop on over to Supersense, get yourself one.
there'll be a link in our show notes. By the way, show notes. John the Trackman.
Hey!
He had mentioned, I don't like the podcast because, I can't see what you're talking about. I thought, go to our show notes, buddy. That's why they were invented, so you
Exactly.
could see a picture.
Yeah.
And these days, you could have one of those smarty phones. Like if you're listening to the
phone.
podcast while driving, you read the show notes while you're driving. So you actually heard the Clint Eastwood, like you would hear his voice.
That's the very first thing. He's going, did I shoot 6? Yep, he was there.
Wow.
He was there in my ear.
I had a chance to see, not play with, but at least see the 66.6 camera. Good friend of FPP, Josh Harrison, who
Yes.
went to the workshop last year. He brought his out in November. He was down in Columbus visiting, so we went out in the Short North area and shot around. And I think we were playing with the Lomo Instant, and he was shooting with the Impossible as well. So kind of fun.
Yeah.
Chill out a little and enjoy it.
And with any camera, when you first get something and it's very new to you, you have to give yourself some time to become acclimated to how to use the camera, what works best for you. It's like people who pick up a Polaroid pack camera for the first time. They're very frustrated.
Yep.
Oh, my tabs are breaking. This is happening. But once you achieve the force, then it's like second nature, and then you'll be out there.
And then it gets fun, and you enjoy it, and you get the techie
Yeah,
stuff.
don't get the film sweats about it. Yeah.
No.
So thank you very much, Leslie.
Thank you, and thank you, Supersense.